Most Michiganders rely on our state's unemployment insurance agency whenever they're laid off from work. The state's paid out billions of dollars in benefits, but now it wants some of it back. Fox 17 problem solver Ryan Cummings joining us in the newsroom, explaining the added stress some people are dealing with after being approved just last spring. Ryan.
Yeah, Derek, Fox 17 has received several emails from people who say that they are now getting bills from Michigan's UIA, but they're telling me that they were legitimately laid off during the governor's shutdown and collected those benefits. Now they're being asked to pay the money back.
Bruce Kirschbaum worked part-time as a line cook at Vault Cafe and Bakery in Caledonia. When the pandemic forced people to shut down in March, Bruce lost his job and filed for unemployment. His boss wrote this letter explaining the layoff.
After they sent that determination saying you don't qualify regular unemployment, they told me I did qualify for the PUA.
Bruce picked up another job in July and continued to certify and report his wages. But when answering questions about his original employer, he made a mistake.
Because I started this new job, I just got confused and I filled out the PUA based on the new job. So all the answers were no. So I made a mistake and I acknowledge that.
During his layoff, he did get benefits, but then got this notice from the agency that he misrepresented himself. So he made an appointment and called the agency.
They will give you 15 minutes. So I said, I really want to get to the crux of the matter. And I left that phone appointment more confused than I was before.
The UIA confuses a lot of people, especially when they can't get answers over the phone. They're often told to be patient and that everything looks good on their account. But it did not look good to Bruce. He got this notice in the mail saying he owed all the payments back. More than $9,700 he collected over 3 months. He mailed in his protest on November 11th.
November 21st, I got a letter from them saying, you were late. The original determination is final.
Bruce got laid off again in November, but the benefits were denied. He says he doesn't want that money. He just doesn't want to have to pay back what he rightfully collected.
You know, it seems pretty straightforward to me that I was laid off. You approved the benefit. I received it. All I did was take another job.
You took my job away from me, yet now, especially in these days.
John Rogers of West Bloomfield worked as a bartender for a hotel in Birmingham. When the governor shut down bars and restaurants in March, he also filed for benefits. He collected until he went back to work in late July.
Everything that I received, they wanted back. They said I'm not eligible for that.
John's MyWham shows an outstanding balance of more than $16,000. There's even a place for him to fill out an online check for payment. John mailed and faxed in proof that he was out of work at the time. He, too, has filed a protest and is waiting on an answer. Frustrating, to say the least, as he says no one at the agency has provided him an update.
They say I owe all that money, that I wasn't deserving of that money when I was working in a restaurant. Full-time, no problem. Why do I owe it?
So after contacting the UIA, I found out that John's issue is now being looked at by a manager. Bruce's collection claim has stopped. He's even being sent an additional $1,300. They do have a lot of questions. I reached out to the UIA asking if people were legitimately laid off, why would they owe? So the agency sent me a response saying if you do not agree with the overpayment, you have to protest it. Those steps are outlined on every determination letter. I'm also told that there are several reasons why some or all of the payments may be ruled ineligible after the initial approval. Now, some of those examples include failing to report your earnings, refusing to work, or you were found ineligible at a later date. If you get a determination of misrepresentation like Bruce did, that means you provided information that conflicts with the info the agency has. And of course, that does have to be investigated. All of those responses can be found on this story at fox17online.com. I also questioned the UIA as to how many people have now been asked to pay their benefits back. The agency said it was unable to provide a number at this time. Reporting live in the newsroom, Ryan Cummings, Fox 17 News.
And thank you for that, Ryan. If there's an issue you'd like our team to look into, send it to problemsolvers at fox17online.com. You can also join the Problem Solvers Facebook group or call the number on your screen.